Hey there, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. In this video, I want to introduce you to the Lee Auto Bench Prime, which is a relatively new tool on the market. Now, when it comes to priming rifle brass, folks are pretty particular, and priming on press can be quite problematic. I've used several different on-press systems, including tube systems, tray systems, and RCBS's APS strip priming system. I also have an off-press hand priming tool. This is a lever-operated bench-mounted tool, which I'm super interested to try, and it uses Lee's hand priming tool shell holders. You can get a whole set of these at real low cost, and that means you don't have to yank the shell holders off of your reloading press, which is nice. So in this video, we're going to prime some 223 brass, we're going to prime some 308 brass to show small and large primers. This tool comes with everything you need for both of those primer sizes. I've got a plate here that I've prepared for the Ultimate Reloader bench system, which uses these cool T-tracks. So we're going to mount it to this, comes with the hardware, and then check out small and large priming. So let's get going. So let's look at what we've got in the box here. All right. Pretty typical. We've got a nice instructional manual here. Looks like it's got the priming tool shell holder reference chart there. All right, we've got the tray. This has got open, lock, and on. From what I understand, open means that you can open the tray to do your flipping, orienting. Lock is going to keep it shut, and then on is going to initiate the flow of primers out of the tray. Okay, so that's new and interesting. All right, now we've got two size priming inserts. Looks like the small priming assembly is in the priming tool, and it also comes with the large priming assembly there. Nice metal body construction. Another nice detail, it does come with the mounting hardware. This is going to work great for that Ultimate Reloader bench system plate that I'm going to use. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to make sure I have enough room for my lever over here. Got enough room for my hold down bolt over there. Have this close to myself, mark my holes here, and then I'm going to counterbore from behind, drill it through. That should leave enough relief for the flush end of this bolt here to be up above the surface. Looks like I can use the hardware here that came with the tool. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so back from the wood shop, let's see what we've got here. So I did the through-hole drilling, but before that I did a small pilot drill, and I did a double counter bore. One for the clearance for the end of the bolt here, the other for the square protrusion here, so that I can just push those through. Let's go ahead and do that. Push those through. Looks like they fit nicely. You need a 1/4 inch hole. I drilled it a 64th over because that's kind of just like what I like to do. Drop the tool on, and the washers, of course. These are 1/4 20. Need a 7/16 inch wrench, which I just happen to have on hand, which is nice. Okay, snug this baby down. Looks like I actually need the open end there for clearance. No need to excessively tighten. This is not exactly like we're sizing 50 BMG brass with the handle here. All right, that looks really nice. Let's finish putting the tool together. In order to get ready for our 223 and 308 priming, let's just see what we're going to need here. So it looks like 223556 is number 4, which is right here. See, this is how these shell holders are different. They don't have the boss where it clicks in on the bottom. Okay, so we've got number 4. 308. 308 Win, number 2. Okay, so here's number 2. We'll just set those aside so that they're ready to roll. So next, let's drop in our number 4 shell holder. We'll start with 223 since I've got the small primer insert in there. Now let's load some small rifle primers. Got some Fed 205s here. Just go with a little sampling there to test this unit out. So we just need to agitate these until they're all righted. Almost there. There we go. Okay, so let's close this. We're going to put it to lock, but not on, and then insert it into the priming tool. So at this point, we just slide it down into the slot and then turn it on. You'll see the primers start to feed there. And there we go. We're ready to prime. Okay, we're all set up now. We've got the number 4 shell holder in there. We have small rifle primers. Let's do a little priming of some 223. So I'm just going to hold this down, push on, whoa, push on the lever. I can feel it seat and I can feel it stop. That almost felt too easy, but no, we've got perfect primer seating going on there. Wow, I really like the easy action with this tool. I think I'm going to really like this. Wow, that is awesome. This is so quick. Okay, well, I could do that all day. Let's switch over to large primers and do 308. So here's what you need to do to switch priming sizes. First, you're going to take the shell holder out. Then you can lift the entire unit with the tray out, tilt it back, take the tray out. Okay, now we have an empty priming insert. We're going to go to the open position here, put our primers back in the primer box. For excess primers, I like to use bullet boxes that I label. And then we can insert the large priming insert. And then we need to find our number 2 shell holder. Now we can load primers in the flip tray and we can start priming some 308. Okay, now that I've had a little bit of practice with small primers, we'll see what happens when I do large primers here. A few more in. Should be good for a test run. Do a little shakedown. That works pretty good there. Okay. We're going to put it into the lock position. Okay, now we're ready to load. So now that we have our primers loaded, we've got our shell holder and our insert in. Let's go ahead and insert the primer tray, flip it to the on position. We're ready to prime. Let's try some 308 brass. This is military Lake City that I've fully prepped. Got our, what is this, number 2 shell holder, and there we go. So I can feel that there's definitely more force required, but it's not much. It's just some pressure that I'm liking just applying it with my thumb here. Boy, you can hear the clicking and the new primer dropping down. This works really well as well, so I'm definitely thinking that this would be a great candidate for either large or small priming. Excellent. So there you have it. We looked at the contents of the Lee Auto Bench Prime, which comes set up for both large priming and small priming capabilities. We have the Lee hand tool shell holder set, which is great. It's got all the shell holders that you're going to need for a wide variety of cartridges that you're going to want to prime. I'll have to say the tool works really well. It's very intuitive to set up. It's very quick to switch over between different shell holders, different primer sizes between large and small. And I really liked the feel of priming both 223 brass and 308 brass. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't want to miss any of the action on Ultimate Reloader, please subscribe to my channel. I've got a more complete write-up on ultimatereloader.com that you can click on. If you want to invest in a priming tool, I would definitely suggest the Lee Auto Bench Prime. Until then, Happy reloading.